All right, everybody, welcome back to Movie Talks and Chill. We're your host. I'm Tony Serrato.
I'm Gavin
I'm
Butts.
Patrick Wall. I'm back today.
And you're back, and
He's
we're
back.
back.
Yes, he's back, but he brought something with him. And
Yes.
it's nasty and terrible.
It's a head cold.
Head cold, corona, whatever.
Yeah.
I saw him walk in with a bunch of limes.
Gonorrhoeasyphilates.
The kind of
And we are back in our location. Last week we were at the University of Tampa.
Yes. Great
visiting
great
with-
scenery.
Yep. Actually, and overall, that I didn't realize what
the
a nice
campus,
campus
absolutely
that was.
beautiful, yeah.
I've heard of universities. Yeah, I've never been there before. Been to the campus, so it was very nice. Everybody was great. Greg was very hospitable because we hadn't met him yet.
Yep. Mhm.
He was the director of, the animation, or they call it the whole program as a total name. I apologize, can't remember all the wording to it, but and then you had Dana and Joseph from Pencil Gator, and we got to see the spot that we're going to be at for the film festival.
Yes,
It's
their
actually very
arts
nice.
museum.
It's very nice. It looks like an old opera house type thing.
Yeah.
Where they have the chime looking things going from the second tier down to the first one. It's very operatic.
Oh, very nice. Sorry I wasn't able to see
We
it the
couldn't
first time
see
around.
we couldn't see the theater because they
Yeah.
had a choir practice in there, and so we could hear that outside, which is pretty cool.
Stupid students.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Dancing their knowledge.
How
and
dare
fun.
you? How dare you be singing?
But technically, aside from if you've been to Sundial to see a movie, we haven't been in any of those theaters during the film festival either.
That's very true.
It's very yes. You're
Every year we tell each other, I'm going to sneak away for an hour. Nope.
But yeah, so that'll be going on from November 6th to the 9th. So we're excited to go out there for that. We still got to work out all the logistics and stuff. But just want to say again, thank you guys, Pencil Gator. Thank you,
thank you
Greg.
very much
thank
for
you, University
hosting
of
us.
Tampa, and we look forward to seeing you in about kind of almost a month.
Yeah.
It's only like a month and a week.
Yeah.
But so we will be talking about our topic in a little bit. But Patrick here wanted to steal the mic for a little bit during his hideous cold virus.
his infected status.
Yes, and talk about some movies he
Tony's
watched.
been spraying Lysol left, right, and
Yes.
center. I don't know if I'm sneezing and coughing because of the Lysol or the cold.
No, well, either way, it's going to be sprayed.
The answer is yes.
Yes.
Yeah. When I leave, you're just going to put a match and a timer on that thing and just Lysol your entire
I'm going to
apartment.
start buying hazmat suits and wearing them in.
Hazmat suit.
We'll have them
God.
for all of us. You'll just be alone, or get your bubble out.
So this past week and a half, I've been scrolling through Tubi. I'm getting more and more into that streaming service just because they're having a lot of the mid to late 90s and early 2000s stuff. I'm watching a show called Sanctuary right now and stars Amanda Tapping. I didn't originally like it when it came out, but it's growing on me. But I've watched 4 movies that I want to talk about.
Before you jump into that real quick, just about Tubi, I did watch Popeye the Slayer Man.
I did too.
Oh,
Not one
okay.
of the movies. I'm disappointed in that movie.
I was not that angry
I mean,
about
to be
it.
fair, I
It's
wasn't
about
expecting
Popeye.
a whole lot. But the one thing that really bothered me is they reused the kill shot from the beginning of the movie in the middle of the movie. It was the same exact way he killed someone, and I was
Yeah.
like, that doesn't match the hand color of the person that he's supposedly killing.
It's a movie called Popeye the Slayer Man. What do you expect from it? But they did apparently own all the rights to it because they were able to use olive oil.
Yep,
and
they got-
Sweet Pea as
and
the
Sweet
names.
Pea.
Yeah, so they were able to use all the names.
And they got Wimpy in there too.
Yep.
I don't know what to tell you, man. We don't serve hamburgers and we don't do IOUs. Now get the hell out of the bar.
It was all that contaminated spinach. But that's a story for another time.
Yes.
And also for you, there is a movie I just came across. It's called Crackoon.
Well, I know what I'm doing this afternoon.
About a raccoon that finds
Cocaine?
a crack version of cocaine, or a synthetic version of cocaine, which is crack, in the woods, and an innocent raccoon eats it and goes on a killing spree. So, Crackoon.
An innocent
welcome.
raccoon.
That's what it says.
I'm now thinking of the animated movie Pocahontas, where her best friend was a little raccoon, and that thing just going feral.
That's what killed all the Native Americans. Oh.
It wasn't the diseases we brought over; it was the raccoon.
No, they said it was the firewater. Nope, it was the cocaine.
It was cocaine. So that was my 2 cents. I just wanted to add to you. So, anyway,
But yes,
proceed.
we can do a deep dive on that movie later. I have seen it. You were like, yeah, I don't know what to expect from this movie. It did not. Popeye killing people.
Yeah, it's what it is. Satisfied my need of the movie.
There's no deep dive YouTube video I have to go on after watching that movie.
No.
No. Popeye the Slayer Man.
Yep.
Anyways, for your 4 movies.
4 movies.
Break it down for us.
All right. The first one I want to talk about is called King Arthur: The Legend of the Sword. It was a King Arthur movie starring Charlie Hunnam about the Arthurian legend. He pulls the sword from the stone, and then he becomes the true king of England. But it's an interesting take because it starts off the movie with him being like a con artist or a swindler, and then he becomes, when he's fully grown, like a mob boss. Basically, he just takes care of the lower cities. And then his uncle, who killed his dad, the real king, who was played by the guy Bruce Banner, the guy who did the first the Hulk movie.
Eric Bana.
Eric
Bana.
Bana.
Yeah. I was Bruce, Eric, whatever. They have the
Well,
same
because
last
he
name.
was
Well, the character name is Bruce Banner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But his real name
it was
is Eric Bana.
It was
Eric
Eric Bana
Bana.
playing Bruce Banner.
Yes. In the worst Hulk movie ever.
Yes.
Yeah. And we are including that shitty one from the 70s.
Hey, don't knock the 70s. Don't knock the Frigs, man. Those
No,
were
no,
made for
not
TV.
the show.
No, they made for
They
TV
made a
movies.
yeah. They
Oh.
made a movie.
They did 3 of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I knew of one.
Yeah, it was like Return of Incredible Hulk, The Trial of the Incredible Hulk, and The Death of the Incredible Hulk. He actually died in there, just so you know.
Ooh,
In case
spoilers.
You know. And they had Thor in the second one,
Oh, wow.
and Daredevil.
Ooh.
Yep. It's still bad. Anyway, go ahead. So back to King Arthur.
I didn't hate this one, but I will say the final fight scene between Charlie Hunnam and his uncle, who is, I don't know.
Jude Law.
Yes, thank you. So someone has seen the movie besides
Yes.
me.
I've seen that. It's a good one. I like it.
It was all right. I'm not going to go back and rewatch it anytime soon, but
Yeah. But it had like it was the good part of it was like, I think it showed because it had, it was in London, but it was more like Londinium because it
Yeah.
was still like a whole lot of Roman architecture and stuff still in there, which was actually correct.
Yeah,
for the
because
time period.
Romans had occupied it, but
Yeah.
then when they fucked off and they left all this like Roman technology, all the Brits were like,
all the construction and everything. The show the Last Kingdom on Netflix goes through the formation of it's a dramatized show, but all of the countries and all of the leaders that they used in there were actually, so you had Northumbria, you had Wessex, so these were all the kingdoms before London became actually what it was.
yeah,
Or excuse me, not London, but Great Britain, England.
yeah,
And that was in the show. Albert was like the first king. He was the king of Wessex at the time, but he wanted to get a unified England. He was the first person or one of the first people that saw that country and like how to get it. And it was a damn good show. 7 seasons.
all right, check it out.
Uhtred, son of Uhtred.
But back to the King Arthur, I will say the final fight between Charlie Hunnam and his uncle, there was some really bad CGI in that fight.
Yeah.
Even for 2017, you could have done a lot better.
Yeah,
I think they spent most of their budget on Charlie Hunnam.
I was gonna. Yeah. Well, him and Jude Law.
Yeah. So it's an interesting take on the Arthurian legend, which I didn't hate. But like I said, the final fight was really dodgy CGI. But the assassination attempt, the way he's more effectively like a gang leader or a mob boss, and he's telling all these stories like, no, you don't go to the left, you go to the right because that door will always be locked because I know the owner, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like he knew the entire city.
It kind of gave me like a Sherlock Holmes vibe.
Yeah,
He would do
yeah.
the fight scenes and he would call out everything beforehand.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
then you'd see it happen.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it like.
Yeah,
it
I got
felt.
that vibe too a little bit.
Which the movie Tag stole that from with the Jeremy Renner
Yes.
character.
Yes, he did. That was a good callback.
Oh yeah, that alley fight scene.
Well, all the fight
Even
scenes.
the one where
anyone
he's
were-
in
There's the very first one that you see Jeremy Renner in.
Yeah.
In there. In
yes,
Tag.
right when you first see Jeremy Renner. Yeah.
What he's like, he
slows
walks
down.
into the dark hall room. Hello, boys. He's like, he's gonna come at me.
He's gonna come at me with this because he feels like he's confident, and then you go back to Charlie Ham.
I love that movie. But yeah, so that one I watched. Like I said, if I had to give it a rating, 6.5, 7 out of 10. Not fantastic, but if you've got time and access to it, it's on Tubi. Just nothing to do on a Sunday afternoon, give it a watch.
The one that kind of threw me, or the part that threw me for a loop, was when they sent him to the Darklands.
Yeah,
And I'm like, this part just kind of falls flat in the story.
yeah, and I don't know. I'm like, I used to I love the Arthurian legend, so I know a lot about it, and I just don't remember that being part of any of the tales.
Well, it seemed like because when he was going there, he was, you saw the bones and whatnot, and as he picks it up, I think like the bracelet or whatever is like supposed to be from a mage or something. Is why he was. That's kind of like the death of like, I don't know if they got all sent there or what what all happened to him. But outside of that, like they don't really explain what the hell the fucking Dark Lands are.
Yeah. There's one line of throwaway dialogue that says, we need to break him down and build him up, so we need to give him something bigger to focus on. That's the whole reason for a 15-minute scene, which was bullshit until like the very end where he actually
he
starts
basically just gets his
remembering.
ass whipped through the whole like walking through those giant anacondas, huge bats. Rats are the size of people.
Yeah, which they stole from Princess Bride.
Yeah.
Rats of unimaginable size. Love that.
Humperdinck.
But yeah, so that was the King Arthur. By the way, all these movies are on Tubi, at least in the United States. If you're international, use Google. I don't know what to tell you.
Sorry about your luck.
Yeah.
King Arthur may be on Prime.
Oh, really?
'Cause I know I think that cycles through there.
They all
Prime-
cycle through
yeah.
everything
Yeah,
at
exactly.
some point.
Yeah, eventually.
It does, yeah.
Like The Adventures of Pluto Nash are on Tubi, and then it's in its going away soon section.
Yeah,
I have no problem with that going away.
I remember when I first saw that movie, I genuinely enjoyed it. I tried to watch it again last week. I was like, this is unwatchable. Like, isn't it like considered one of the biggest financial failures in movie history or something like that?
I mean, definitely a failure. I don't know if it's the biggest failure. 'Cause there's a
I
lot
think
of
if you
out
adjust
there.
for inflation, it's like one of the most biggest financial failures. But
well, you heard it here first.
Yeah,
well, I heard it from somewhere else, so
you heard it here. Well, I heard it from someone else.
Yep.
told you that story to tell you this one.
Yes.
Anyway.
So your next movie.
Sphere.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, so if you haven't seen this one, it's from 1996. Stars Dustin Hoffman, Sharon Stone, and Samuel L. Jackson. You got a big-ass eating grin on your face right now. You just a big fan of Samuel L. Jackson?
Samuel L. Jackson. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I like all of them, actually. Whatever.
He's tired of these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking planet.
Now he's tired as motherfucking squid in this deep-ass trench in a spaceship at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
But if you haven't seen it, it's the United States Navy discovers a alien quote-unquote spaceship at the bottom of the ocean, and they assemble a team of astrophysicists, mathematicians, a biological engineer, I think that's Sharon Stone's character, and Dustin Hoffman, who's a clinical psychologist. He's usually used in like plane crashes for survivors and all that kind of stuff. And they bring all these people together because, math is going to probably be the most common.
Universal language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Astrophysicists try and figure out where they came from. The molecular biologist, that's what she is, to figure out what kind of life form they are.
They is?
They is.
What is this?
Yo, man, what you is?
They some alien stuff, man.
Where you at? What is it, Boost Mobile calling? Where you at?
It reminds me of the Chappelle show. Sorry, we're already getting sidetracked, but the Chappelle show skit where all the black people get their reparations and the Sprint stock goes up 300% because all of their unpaid bills got paid.
Sprint stock.
But no, and then Dustin Hoffman is a clinical psychologist, and they're all brought together because of a paper that Dustin Hoffman wrote in the late 80s for the Bush administration. And like 20 minutes into the movie, he's like, I made it all up. Like, I did a little research, but for the most part, I was referencing like Rod Serling and stuff like that. Like, this is bullshit. He's like, I won't tell on you, but I'm gonna hate you because you brought that asshole, and I cannot forgive you for that.
All right.
See, he can't forgive you.
You can't forgive me. That's fine.
But when they're investigating the quote-unquote alien spaceship, you find out that it's an American spaceship, and it went through a black hole and went back in time to the 1600s, just something like that, and it crash landed. And inside the cargo hold, they find this golden sphere. And when you go into it, you gain the ability to manifest your thoughts and dreams, and nightmares and desires. But there's a really good plot point in like when they're down in this, the habitat where they're staying while they investigate. Samuel L. Jackson's like, when we get out of here, we're going to tell everyone that the spaceship is American and went through a black hole, so that went back in time. But the computer says it was an unknown event. So if we go topside, we tell everyone this happened. How is it an unknown event? So ipso facto, we all die down here because we can't tell anyone what we found. Time travel.
Time travel, right?
Yep. And then it's about a movie about Samuel L. Jackson's the first one to go into the sphere, and whenever he falls asleep, shit just starts getting real. Like giant squid from 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea attacks the habitat. Dustin Hoffman is afraid of jellyfish, and that kills Queen Latifah. Forgot she was in that movie.
Oh yeah, when she's doing the surveillance thing.
Yeah, she's
going
outside walking, and then she gets swarmed by the jellyfish.
Yep.
And then Sharon Stone is a mentally ill patient who just takes a lot of drugs and is paranoid about everything.
Was it one of them that did like the Shining scene? That was there, or am I thinking of?
What
Was there,
Shining
like-
scene? There's no elevator
the-
with
like-
full of blood.
That's
with
yeah,
the shower scene.
yeah. Well, I thought there was like a like a blood flood in there, but I must be thinking of Event
No,
Horizon.
there is a situation where the squid is attacking and it starts like compromising the hull, so it does start flooding, and then two of the characters die. But not blood, just water
Gotcha.
and fire.
Water and fire.
I must be thinking of Event Horizon.
Oh God!
And you're welcome, Patrick.
Oh, forgot about Sam Neill's Isla's Hell.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for putting that memory back in the
You're
forefront.
welcome.
Yeah. Thanks, Gavin.
Yeah.
I'll come rock you to sleep tonight.
But so you think they actually get back up to the surface, and you think this is going to be a major plot point because Samuel Jackson made a good point. Like if they made it back up to the surface, the event of the black hole can't be unknown because we're about to tell everyone. But because they're really afraid of this power that they've been giving, they really don't want to have a nightmare of like some murderous killing beast and then wake up and it's in your living room, because these things can like attack things and these manifestations.
So like Freddy Krueger.
Yeah. Like if you dream of Freddy Krueger is going to be, standing at the foot of your bed.
Yeah, it's creepy.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want that.
Yeah, thank you for that nightmare.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare from Elm Street, man.
Yeah, I know. Why do you think I've never lived on Elm Street?
Yeah. Don't do it.
Yeah, that's just bad juju.
Yeah, if you're looking for a home and it's on Elm Street, you say we're good. I don't need to see it. Let's
I
move
ain't,
on.
I ain't sleeping on no road that's got a 13 on it either.
Or anywhere near a lake called Crystal.
Several, like most hotels don't have a floor 13.
Yep. I always thought like, I was like, okay, fine, it's an old superstition, but like that can't be a real thing in the modern age. Nope. Go to any hotel in Las Vegas. There is no floor 13.
Oh, God, yeah. Las Vegas? No, absolutely not.
And most like the higher ends hotels in New York City don't have a floor 13.
Because they're smart.
A lot of hotels here in Tampa Bay don't go above 13, so
We stop at 12.
Yeah.
usually.
We just didn't want to have to explain why it's 12 to 14.
Oh, there is
Yeah.
a 13th floor. It's just
Yeah.
labeled PH.
I have seen the movie, was it 1401?
1408.
1408.
John Cusack.
Oh, yeah.
Also Samuel L. Jackson.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that movie's creepy as hell. But the
Was
end
that a
of...
Tarantino film?
No.
I don't think so.
No, that was I think that was based off I thought that was a Stephen King thing.
Mm.
I thought. don't quote me on it, but I thought it was.
We can look that up later.
He had a thing for hotels.
Speaking of, are we going to try to do the long walk?
I do want to see that movie.
So-
I've heard it's really good.
So for the
Wait,
for the listeners,
Before we get off,
Before we
just
get off.
the ending of Sphere, the reason why they don't tell everyone it was a black hole that caused everything to happen is because they use their power one final time to forget that they have this power. And then the orb just flies off into space. And then cut to black. And they actually, when they stop forgetting, I don't know how to explain this, they're all looking at each other like, why are you holding my hand? It's like, I think you're holding my hand. And then,
Where are my
fade to black.
pants?
yeah, who's got my pants?
But that also, I know that came out in the 90s, but there was a set of movies that came out around the
Yeah.
same time that were all about
Contact.
underwater. Well, not even just that, but all about underwater. There was like
Oh, The
Leviathan,
Abyss.
Leviathan, Abyss, Deep
Abyss.
Star 6, all about alien things underwater. Although the Abyss was at least had a happy ending.
Yeah. Well,
You know,
the Sphere doesn't have a bad ending. It's just, they killed off
Different.
Queen Latifah and
Yeah.
two other people.
but in the Abyss, I don't think people were dying,
No.
getting attacked by evil, horrid, nightmarish things
No,
like
not
jellyfish.
Not until they tried to blow him up.
Well, yeah. Well, don't try to blow up nice things.
I know, right?
That's why we can't have nice things.
Exactly.
But the long walk.
So yes, for the listeners, The Long Walk is a new Stephen King movie that's coming out, and
I
essentially
think it's already out.
I think you're right. I think it came out last week.
Yeah.
But the premise of it is that you have to you continue walking. Now I don't know the full story on it. Of
Something
like
about
what
having to do like good for society or something like that.
Yeah, so I don't remember like what the full sign up is, like why they got all these people together, what what the prize is, or what it is that they need to do this walk.
Did you hear what they made the reviewers do for that movie?
Oh no, they opened it up, and that's where I was going with that.
Oh,
That's
okay.
where I was looking to see. I didn't see any theaters around here, but there were special theaters that Lionsgate rented out for showings, and they pulled in treadmills, and
Treadmills?
for the treadmills, whatever. Shut up.
Hey, you're gonna yell at me for some
Silence COVID.
That's called roadkill, by the way.
Yeah, it's
Treadmills are called roadkill.
Yeah, treadmills were roadkill. But for the entirety of the movie, you would have to walk at a 3-mile-per-hour pace.
Sounds horrible.
Yeah, exactly. So at the
It's
end,
a 2-hour-long movie too.
I
what
think
I
it's
mean.
almost 3.
Oh shit!
That's what I'm
So
saying.
if you stopped walking in the movie, if you stop walking, they kill you.
Yeah.
Well, to make it more real life in these viewings, if you stop walking, they remove you from the movie and you can't watch the ending.
And they did that to the reviewers too. Like you wanted them to watch the whole movie, but you stopped. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Mr. Ebert, you can't finish the movie. You're gonna have to buy a ticket.
Where's my inhaler?
Forget you guys. I'm going to Regal in the recliner.
Yeah. Right? But I thought that was a cool concept that they came out with that.
It's an interesting concept. I still think it sucks because I do not want to sit there and walk for almost 3 hours to watch a movie.
It sounds really fun until you remember 3 hours at 3 miles an hour.
I will walk multiple miles to go see a movie, but I don't want to walk for 3 hours during a movie because I'm supposed to eat my popcorn and Twizzlers and stuff, man.
You're chugging water. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You have 3 water jugs. You don't want anything resembling salt around you.
One of them is empty, and you know why.
Well, which one of you sent that out in that group message about that?
Gavin.
That was me.
That was you, okay? And then I think you responded.
I want to try that.
I would have done it.
Here's the irony of it, because I wanted to respond to that, but I didn't because I was feeling in a good mood.
He was feeling nice that day.
You don't even like walking from your front door to the bathroom.
Yeah, I really don't. It's a pain in the ass, literally.
So you think you wanted to try walking for 3 hours on a treadmill? Have you even seen a treadmill in like 72 years? And not on TV either.
Oh. Yeah, 2 years ago.
You saw one.
Saw one.
You
Didn't
passed,
use
you
it.
passed by a gym.
Didn't use it.
No, I was staying at a friend's house in Massachusetts, and he had one in the corner.
When you were looking at amenities for a new apartment, that doesn't count. I'm talking about you're on a treadmill. When's the last time you've been on a treadmill?
Oh, God. Been on a treadmill?
Been on a treadmill.
God, that was back when I was training for 5Ks, so about 4 years ago.
No, longer than that. Because we've known you longer than 4 years. You
Yeah.
haven't been on a treadmill since I've known you.
No, when I was training for my last 5K in 2021. Yeah.
Do you remember that event
Nope.
ever happening? Do you remember him
I
talking
don't
about
tell
this?
you
ever
guys
happening?
everything I do all the time.
Yeah, now all of a sudden,
Oh, fine.
4 years ago, we're supposed to
Yeah.
magically forget that it didn't happen. Anyways,
Sure.
liar.
And Grizzly Adams did have a beard, huh?
Fine. Can I get on to movie number 3?
Sure.
It's cult
Is it
classic.
Liar Liar?
No. It's a Peter Jackson movie, and one you would actually like, because it also stars Michael J. Fox.
Oh, that was Frighteners.
Yes. This movie is just a good movie. I don't know why Tubi labels it as a horror movie. It is not scary.
Well, if you had that drill sergent yelling at you, that's pretty darn
I-
scary. If
I
that was
see
real life-
Fucking Arlie Ermy.
Yep.
Yeah, I've seen Full Metal Jacket. And that was
You
basically
get back in that ground.
that was basically the same character, but leaving
Yeah.
out the name because
Yeah.
Well, because he was a drill sergeant.
yeah, he was an actual Marine drill sergeant. I do
Yeah.
remember that. But I think after that movie is when he started getting into more comedy because he was what's that Jason Biggs movie with Jack Black? Saving Silverman.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is
Yep,
it
he
Saving
was-
Silverman? Yeah.
He was
He's
a-
the one that's becoming gay with what's his name at the end.
Jack Black.
With
Yeah.
Jack Black, yeah.
yeah, he was
Turns
the old
out I'm
gym
gay.
coach.
Really? Me too.
Yeah, and so when they're all getting married, it's Jack Black and him.
And Arlie Ermy. Yep.
Yep. But Frighteners is such a good movie. If you haven't seen it, Michael J. Fox plays a psychic detective / con artist because he has 3 ghosts with him, and they go into a house, they make a bunch of ruckus, and he comes in and is like, "Yeah, I've solved your problem. That'll be $500, please." It's just, and then he actually stumbles upon an actual evil, malevolent ghost that wants to kill everyone because back in the day he went on a shooting spree and got 13 people. He was clearly insane. He's like, that's more than Dahmer. Hell yeah. And then even in ghost form, he's like up to 38 or 40 or something like that. Because Michael J. Fox can see the numbers.
And who was it he was trying to beat? It was like, he was supposed to be like, is it Jack the Ripper or somebody that he was trying to, or some serial killer he was trying to be the best of?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think he needed to get to 42, but the love interest was number 41 and he stopped him. The guy was played by Jake Busey.
Yeah.
He's a very talented actor. Unfortunately, he's just not in that many things. He's in Frighteners, Starship Troopers, and Identity. That's the only three things I can think of.
He's in Enemy of the State.
Yeah.
The one with
Yes.
Will Smith and
Will Smith. I don't know why
Gene Hackman.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, he's one of the CIA operatives.
I knew Jack Black was one of them.
Well, he was one of the analysts.
Yeah.
But he was one of the actual operatives.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie.
Him and the short dude, they both had like, basically military because they were retired Marines. But they came in as ops.
Gotcha.
and that's one of the scenes where Jack Black is like you guys are ops. It's like, yeah, man, you can tell by their fucking haircuts.
That is a good movie. But
you spray painted the dog.
oh yeah, that's right. He was the one who broke into the house originally.
Yeah.
He's like, no, lower like the kids do it or something like that.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Lower like it's a bunch of kids.
But Frighteners, fantastic movie. If you haven't seen it, it's a cult classic. Directed by Peter Jackson, stars Michael J. Fox. If you don't know who Peter Jackson is, go watch HBO Max. He probably directed everything on there. But yeah, Frighteners, fantastic movie. You should definitely go watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
know
don't be
you love that
frightened.
movie.
I do like the movie.
Don't be frightened.
I like
It's
the
cool.
black dude with the afro.
Yeah.
G. McBride.
Yep.
He's from one of my favorite TV shows, Pushing Daisies.
Yep.
He was the private eye. He's also been in a bunch of things like
He was
Human
the
Target.
director in Undercover Brother.
Yep.
He's the police chief in iRobot.
Yep. He was the partner in Human Target. The short-lived Fox TV show that I really enjoyed. They fucked it up in the second season.
He was in
hard.
Gone in 60 Seconds.
Yep, that's right. He was the driving instructor / former crew member. He's been in.
And look, sweetie, a lot of people can't do a bunch of stuff, all right? I can't swim, so I keep my ass out the damn pool.
He's like, what's his name? Sean Wallace. Like, he's been in a bunch of things.
Yeah.
Like, if you saw him, like, oh, I remember him from this. But who's Chi McBride? I was like, it's that guy.
And that's the guy.
That's him.
And last but not least, I did watch a really good movie. Stars Kiefer Sutherland. I know you've seen it. I'm not 100% sure you have, but it's called Dark City.
Okay. Yeah.
Mr. Gavin, have you seen
I
this
don't
movie?
think so.
Oh, this movie is
I know
really
the
weird.
name, but I don't think I've seen it.
Oh,
It's like a dystopian Earth, like underground, right?
Nope.
Okay, then I have no idea.
Well, then I have no idea.
Yeah.
Is it iced tea?
Is it iced tea?
But no, this movie is really fantastic. I think it's from 1994, maybe 5, somewhere around there.
That was Kiefer's biggest time frame was the 80s and 90s. So.
Yeah.
And then he did 24 and then
I was going to
retired.
say he had a big
far as
resurgence as
movies,
Jack
yeah.
Bauer. And yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, this movie is trippy as all hell. The movie starts with the guy waking up in a bathtub with literally no memory of who he is, how he got there, and what's going on. And then you start following. It's a real Art Deco noir kind of like style kind of movie. And you're just following him, trying to figure out like what happened to him, like where are his memories, and he's trying to figure out who he is. And then you learn of the people called the Strangers who are manipulating the city that he lives in. Like at the end of every time it strikes midnight, because I can't say day, they rearrange the city, so they tune it. So they're all underground, and they use their psychic abilities to merge buildings together, create new avenues, and they're creating brand new lives for all the residents, because the Strangers are trying to figure out what gives humanity a soul, or what a soul is. So they're just running constant experiments. Like there's one time you could be just a working poor class kind of guy, and then the next time it turns midnight, this is actually one of the scenes, they make you one of the wealthiest people in the entire city. Like, they give you a grand table, candelabras, chandeliers, all that kind of stuff. But you have no memory. You just think, I've always been this way, because they implant memories into you. So the main star, Keith Sutherland, was doing the same thing to him, to try and make him a serial killer. But halfway through the process, it gets interrupted, and then he gets this ability to tune effectively. And then Keith Sutherland, throughout this entire movie, he's helping the strangers, and ex facto, he learns that the main star can tune. He's like, I'm going to help this guy. So at the end of the movie, he plants him with memories that he's been learning how to use his power the entire time. So he goes from 0 to hero in 30 seconds. One of the cool things
So he took the limitless pill.
Yeah, pretty much. What's really interesting is in their search to give the strangers, the aliens, spoilers, they're aliens, the best possible chance to get a soul, they inject one of the aliens with the main character's like memories and stuff like that. And you can see him going from quiet, strategic, contemplative, like, to just reckless. Like, he now has the memories of a serial killer. So throughout the movie, you can see him getting more and more and more violent and erratic. It's actually very interesting. But you learn that it's called out by Keith Sutherland towards the end of the movie, but you don't really notice it. It's never daytime. It's constantly dark because the aliens don't like sunlight.
Starring aliens.
Hence Dark City.
And they don't like water either.
I get it now.
What are they, the same aliens from, what do you call it, Signs? They don't like water.
Maybe, but they look more human.
They don't like water, but they chose a planet that's over 70% water.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. They just kidnapped, like, basically the city of Manhattan and then, flew off into space.
Oh.
They just took the city.
The whole fucking city. You know, who needs that island?
But
Why can't they do that with California now?
that would be a much bigger ship. But no, it's a really good sci-fi movie from the mid-'90s. It's really trippy, and I've already given away half the plot, so it's full spoilers. Yeah, full spoilers. The entire movie, he's trying to return to Shell Beach. But that's just something that the aliens made up. Like, Shell Beach doesn't exist. It's a brick wall. Until he takes over the spaceship and then creates it. It's a trippy-ass movie. So yeah, those are the 4 movies
It's
I
like
watched.
Flight of the Navigator meets The Matrix.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
Or that weird Area 51 movie.
Which one?
Yeah, be a little bit more specific on that
The
one.
one that came out like in the late 2000s.
What?
Like these kids, like it was kind of almost like a Blair Witch, how it was
Oh,
shot.
yeah, they were
was
going
like
out
the
there and then the
hand-cam.
military stops them
Yeah.
because they get too close to it because I don't remember watching the rest
But
of
they
it.
wake
I
up
saw-
with like the one dude's had his arms cut off and it's got machine arms, the other one's got machine legs.
Oh,
Yeah, it's trippy.
cool.
So he runs through this brick wall and he finds out that he's been on a space station the entire time.
Oh,
Yeah.
what's this movie called? That sounds cool.
I'll look it up.
Area
We'll figure it out.
51.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna Google 2000s movie about Area 51.
Area 50. Don't worry, they're not coming in.
Yeah.
What?
Closest air base is McDill. It'll take 20 minutes for a drone to fly over here.
Yeah, not even 20. Maybe a little more than 20 because there's a Bucks game today. But
Are they home
There
today?
is some-
Yeah, they
yes.
are home.
Okay.
Yes. It's a night game though tonight. I think it's tonight, right?
no, it's
Is it
early.
day? Is
Yeah,
it?
it's at 1.
Okay. My buddy Chris has season pass, and he was telling me he was going, but I could have sworn he said tonight, but I could be wrong on that.
I don't. No, it's not the night game. It's
Probably
either,
I'm wrong,
It's
so
either
don't listen to me right now.
It's either 1 or 4.
Okay.
I want to say it's
It might have
1.
been 4.
Oh, they're playing the
but I don't
Jets
know.
today too.
Yeah.
Hey,
Jets. Jets.
they
Jets,
better
Jets.
beat them.
Yeah, I mean it's the Jets.
It's the Jets.
I
Didn't
will
you
say
guys-
my
Didn't
Dolphins.
you guys lose to the Jets?
No, we haven't played the Jets yet.
Okay.
We've lost to the Patriots and the Bills.
Well, the Bills aren't bad. They're 3-0.
Yeah. And we kept them within a touchdown. I was actually really
Well,
surprised.
every game they basically scraped by. It's kind of like the Bucks last 2 games. We basically just won it by the end of it.
Or last year with fucking Kansas City.
Yeah. But opening week was rough to be a Dolphins fan, I'm not going to lie. 8-33.
Or a Panthers fan.
Exactly.
Yeah, to
saying.
the Jags.
The fucking
At least they were
Jags.
fighting another cat.
Yeah, I took on
Well,
a horse.
they were both in the incepting class. So the Jaguars came on the same year the Panthers did in their expansion.
We're also apparently rebranding. This is no longer Movie Talks and Chill. This
Yeah.
is Football Talks and Chill.
It's the same, yeah.
It's a seasonal podcast.
We have what you call that ESPN.
Watch out, Pat McAfee. We're coming for you.
In February, we're going to change to knitting. Do you like crocheting?
No, we're
knitting?
going to curling.
I was gonna do underwater basket weaving.
I want to curl. I want to learn how to. I want to actually curl. Not weights. I don't know how to do that.
Okay.
I want to do curling though. There's a class in Tampa you could take.
Curl?
I want to curl.
Okay.
Do you want to be the guy pushing the
I am a
thing?
natural, and I know this because I was showing everybody courtside one day, and a person, I think it was Reed, wasn't paying attention to what I was talking to people at the table of.
Sounds
so I
like
was
Reed.
going to do a thing. He happens to turn around just as I'm doing my form. He's like, "What are you doing, curling?" I'm like, "See, I look natural. It worked.
Yeah.
I've got the pull. Anyway, I got to find out that class. I'll let you know. For anybody interested in curling, I hate the cold weather, but I like curling, so make that.
Yeah,
You
you know
know-
it's on ice.
Yes.
You could just do the warm weather version of shuffleboard.
No. No, I want to curl.
Lame.
Yeah. I want to
Said the guy in a shuffleboard league.
Shut up.
Shuffleboard and chill.
Yeah. Every day I'm shuffling.
Every day I'm shuffling.
That was our team name for 1 year.
Oh, God.
Every day I'm shuffling.
I'm sorry.
One of my fantasy football teams was called Mighty Morphin Flower Rangers.
Wow.
You shouldn't tell people that.
I love that name. Are you kidding me?
My favorite was Hooked on a Thielen.
Oh, God. Moving on.
Yeah, right.
Some exciting news we'll tell you now before we end. We will be watching a movie.
Yes.
We have a
Soon.
screener from a director in Australia
Yep.
who wants us to review their movie.
I'm excited for this movie because
Yes.
It does seem interesting. I did look.
Did you watch the trailer?
Yes, I
Okay.
watched the trailer. I haven't watched the movie yet, but
So it's Anno 2020. We'll give you more details next week once we have the interview with him because I don't want to spoil too much. But it's basically
plus I need to
during-
watch the movie.
Yeah, but if you watch the trailer, it's basically about the 2020 or around 2020 when the pandemic was in full force
the
and
bubble.
all different groups of people from all over the world, and they're kind of. It's about their lives, really, from
Yeah.
what I gathered from it, from the trailer. So we're going to be watching that. And we'll have him on a Zoom interview live via Sydney, Australia. I believe he resides in Sydney. So
Okay.
I know he's in Australia because when we were emailing back and forth, I'm like, I didn't know the time difference. I knew it was a lot, and I'm like, we record at 11 a.m. Eastern time on Sundays in America. I'm not sure where that is at you.
Where are you at on that?
I think
And
that
he
would be
said-
midnight for him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I think they're almost 11 or 12 hours
Yeah.
later. So he's like, no, 11 a.m. 's fine. I'm like, okay, well, that's cool. Thanks. So it'll be exciting to talk to him. So we just, again, was approaching the interest. I don't know how many of the emails you read in the communications.
Just
but,
the one with the screener link.
okay. So we first got, it was a PR company. And kind of like how
Yeah.
Kimberly and some of the other people we've met through and said, hey, we have this director. And I looked it up and I said, okay. We talked. And then she said, I'm going to, loop in James on the email. He's the director of it. And so he responded and he said he went through and looked at some of our episodes and he's like, came across Kimberly Harris and he's like, I'm familiar with her work.
Oh.
So he knows Kimberly Harris from Los Angeles, who we met through a PR firm as well. So
Yeah.
you keep sending them to us, PR firm people like you guys. So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
And it's really funny to start seeing how all these things are really interconnected.
Yeah. I'm also very interested a lot of the times when we get these emails of like, what episode said, you know what, I want to talk to these guys. Because
Well, one was Robert De Niro.
yeah,
it
that was
the
the one
Robert De
for
Niro episode.
Hanky Panky. He's like, yeah, I listened to your Robert De Niro episode. I was and that made you say, you know who I want to talk to?
You're damn right it did.
These guys almost sound like they know De Niro.
Yeah. They're like
good
best
old-
friends.
So can you give me his number?
Good old Bobby.
Yeah.
I was texting him yesterday.
Yeah.
You guys having a barbecue at any time?
I was, texting him, ChatGPT, whatever.
But I think it made it, the movie, because we've been emailing kind of back and forth for a couple weeks now. So the movie was, I think it was coming out worldwide on streaming services or in some theaters on the 13th of September. So they were trying to get us to interview before that happened. And we had I think it was our off week. We done, and then the following week was last weekend, which is we were at the University of Tampa. So I explained that. I said, hey, we just got a couple of things we already preset. So yeah, we're all set for next Sunday.
Sweet.
To record with him, and then it'll be launching that following Wednesday. So just keep an eye out for that.
Nice.
But on a on a quick side rant, something I was already talking to you about offline.
Outbreak.
Since we got a little bit of time, I've been rewatching the Transformers movies.
Oh yes.
And I got to tell you, the more and more I rewatch them, I forgot why I stopped watching some of them, and then I rewatch them like that's why. Mm-hmm. So, Transformers, the original one in 2007, I like that one. It was fine. I always did have some continuity and canon issues because a lot of things changed, and they took liberties, and that's fine, whatever.
When they started bringing in the Knights of the Round, I fucking just closed the tab.
Well, you get to Revenge of the Fallen, and then there was Dark Side of the Moon. Even Dark Side of the Moon, I was kind of getting over it. Like the first two I could handle, but then
the first two with Mark Wahlberg. Let's go ahead and just put that out
yes, and there's nothing against Mark. I really like Mark Wahlberg.
Well, they were just bad movies. He was doing the best he could with the material given.
And his character was good. And his relationship with his daughter was good, so like his portion of it was fine. But
they bring in Galvatron, where he's like a fluid mass.
Yeah,
like, are you fucking kidding me?
Well, that was some of the things that I looked at. I was watching Age of Extinction yesterday.
Is that the
going
one
back.
with Kelsey Grammer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there
when
was
got the bomb.
So many things going on in that movie. I was watching. I'm like, how did they really try to overpack this movie? So number one, they create Transformium.
Yeah.
Which makes them transform like. Stupidly,
stupidly.
They just turn into bubbles and like reform as a robot.
And so what you also saw was the style of them too, because the two other guys outside of
this is great.
The big guy who was
we talking about the Transformers or people?
Transformers. Oh, what's his?
Ratchet.
John Goodman?
Oh, John Goodman.
Him?
Yeah. I liked him as that character.
Yeah, I did too. But so outside of him, if you look at Optimus and then the other, like the blue one and the green one, the blue Chopper and then the green Ferrari or something like that, they were all they marketed heavily in Asia. So they made them like samurai-esque, like their design.
Yeah, because they were almost wearing like robe type things.
Yeah, exactly. They looked like they had on like samurai garb. Yeah. So because Asia was like their big market for it released there before it released in the U.S. I'm like, oh really? This is where that's not racist.
But Hound was the one.
Hound was
Goodman,
hilarious,
and I liked Hound. That was probably the only other good thing, keeping Hound in the next two. But they also had, and then Megatron to Galvatron. It's not exactly how Megatron turned into Galvatron. That was Unicron that did that, and blah, 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 blah. But you enter in Transformium, then all of a sudden you throw in Dinobots at the very end. It's like, let's just throw this in. It's kind of like the Venom in Spider-Man 3. How he was just kind of like the actual Venom character was just kind of thrown in at the end of the movie. It's like, okay.
Yeah, they put in too much like across the board on that movie. It was,
Yeah, and they didn't even introduce the new Decepticons or their own made version of Transformers until like an hour into the movie.
Yeah.
And then, at least the only thing they did right in that one was like, at least for the beginning of it, give Optimus Prime back his first look.
Yeah.
His original truck look. When he wasn't a Peterbilt, he was, I can't remember the actual name of that type of truck, but
the flat front end.
Yeah. But yeah, so you go to that, then you go to The Last Night.
That's the one where I said no.
And The Last Night is
garbage.
All of a sudden, Megatron's back.
Yeah.
They never explain anywhere in the movie. I even looked up did they ever explain this? Because I thought maybe I missed something. Never explained how he went from Galvatron back to Megatron, how he got his body back, how he got his full personality back. Nothing of the sort. And then you add in all that other stuff. You make Optimus Prime brainwashed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he comes as because he's one of the knights now for Unicron.
Yeah. And the other thing, then you get to the whole thing where they don't really show the Dinobots, but one of them, it's that one 3-headed dragon one or whatever. That's only one in it. So it's like, we've released these dinosaur robots into the world now. He said you're free, and that's. I'm like, what? They don't have the brain capacity like all the other
Meet Grimlock hungry.
Yeah.
That was another one. They didn't even speak.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. They did show the other one. So they were in the junkyard with him because I remember he was yelling at Grimlock for eating a one
Yeah.
car. But they're controlling them like that. It's like these things are wild creatures and dinosaurs. And anyway, just part of my grief with it. But then the whole time they're trying to find, give Bumblebee his voice box back so he could speak again, and he still can't speak.
Yeah, they've been doing that for 6 movies.
Yeah, and then until
I always thought it was cute, effectively, that he can only speak through, massive product placement that he can only speak through XM radio, but I thought it was kind of cool.
But then when Optimus Prime, when he's trying to stop Optimus Prime, because Optimus is evil at that point, or brainwashed, and Optimus goes to stab him, and all of a sudden he can talk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Never explained that he got this voice box back. Like, nobody ever.
Yeah, doesn't he do that in the second movie too with Shia LaBeouf? Like he says one line of dialogue
At the very end of the first movie.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say probably Bumblebee is the best movie.
That's the
outside of
the only one I've never seen.
outside of the fully animated one, Transformers 1.
Oh, that
Yeah.
one. That one.
That
kicks
was
ass.
fucking
But
awesome.
as far as live action,
live
goes,
action, Bumblebee is the best one.
and then so
I
that's
haven't
where-
seen that one, so my favorite is still the very first one with Shia LaBeouf.
Well, I was telling you though, it's basically goes back to the original canon of the movies or the cartoon. And then, so that's what the other thing was. I started watching Rise of the Beast because I remember Bumblebee, and I'm like, Rise of the Beast. I think I saw it maybe one time. Didn't remember much about it, and then I'm like, the kid Noah doesn't know anything. Like nobody knows about Trans. I'm like, wait a second. How do they not know? Well, what I found out is I didn't realize that was a sequel to Bumblebee, not part of the other Transformer. Because in this one, nobody knows that the Transformers exist. They were all in hiding, and I'm like, well, weren't they in hiding before, and they got let out of hiding, and then. Then I read that, and I'm like, okay, at least we're... And then when I saw Optimus Prime and the other robots looking more like the actual original cartoon, I'm like, okay, this makes a little more sense to me, but I've got to finish rewatching it.
Wars.
Well, that's the one. That's the Beast War.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say Rise of that. Rise of the Beast, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But that was the genre that they brought in.
Yeah.
It was Beast Wars.
And I love the original Beast Wars cartoon.
And then you've got that one guy who's going out there hunting them, and he's got, and you see all the icons that are on his. So he's got an Autobots, a Decepticon on there. He's got the one of the Beast Wars, the Terracons, the Constructicons.
I know we're talking about a Transformers movie, but when you said the guy out there hunting them, the first thing that popped into my head was the original Jumanji with Robin Williams, the guy with the musket. So
Who was also his dad.
Yeah. So I'm thinking of this guy with a musket or, an AK-47 towards the end of the movie, just hunting down these robots with a big old white and gray beard and a mustache, but nothing on the chin.
Go ahead, run.
Yeah, this tiny person compared to a giant robot, and he's hunting them. I'm
That's exactly what's happening.
I would like to see that movie.
So yeah, that's my kind of rants on the Transformers again. And like I said, when they first came out, I really liked the first movie. Minus some of the canon misses on there. The original.
But it was still the first one and even the second one, they were pretty good.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The only thing that was unnecessary a little bit was when they did Devastator as the the Constructicons thing, and they had the big giant.
The giant ball.
Yeah.
I am underneath the enemy scrotum.
It's like,
oh yeah, that fight.
That was kind of really an unnecessary thing to put into a movie that's really geared towards kids. I mean,
it's still funny.
No, it's hilarious, but was it necessary?
I still love in the first one when they're in the they're walking through the desert and they get attacked by Scorponok, and he was like, yeah, I told him to hit the yellow smoke. And he looks over, or orange smoke. And he looks over, he goes, you mean that orange smoke? Yeah, it wasn't my best throw. So we got to get the fuck out of here.
I like it when they're trying to call him for backup. He has to give out his credit card number, and he's getting a sales pitch.
Oh, yeah. He's like, man, if you seen this shit.
Well, like I said, there was, the first one, the only other big mistake that I'd say they made in the first one was... the one, I can't remember which, I know the name, I'm going to say the name in a second. I can't remember what he turned into, though, which Decepticon, what version of a vehicle, but they called him Devastator in the first one. And
he was the...
it was
it was the tank.
Yeah, okay, yeah. And I just couldn't remember, but I'm like, that's not that.
Yeah, that wasn't
Devastator was the
Devastator,
name
yeah.
of the Constructicons
It-
forming
yeah.
robot, and then they called that Devastator. I'm like, did
Exactly.
nobody notice this? And then I realized most of the audience is like 7.
Yeah.
And then I'm like,
Yeah,
okay, I guess
exactly.
I'm the only
What
one.
is
that knows.
continuity?
Yeah. I'm like, so you have Devastator and Big Devastator?
Yeah.
With a scrotum?
I mean, I know many people named Dave, so I really can't argue this
Yes,
point to a
that's
certain
true.
degree, but you Transformers names, man. Come on now.
And him, Bone Crusher, Blackout, Starscream. Who was the cop? What was,
That was, oh my God, I'm trying to think.
Barricade.
Barricade, yeah.
To protect and kill.
no, his cop
serve and
car said
killers.
punish and enslave.
Oh, yeah, that one.
But it had the police department, but like underneath it, it had punish and enslave on it.
Yeah.
Instead of protect and serve.
I was like, oh, wait a minute.
Speaking about movies that we love from the early 2000s and mid 90s, we were talking about this movie just before we went on the air. We've only got a few minutes left, so let's talk about Outbreak, given my head cold.
Given you are patient zero.
Well, I think, Gavin, you agreed with me. The last time we watched this movie was like late March 2020.
Yep.
When
Like I
lock-
told you, I watched that and Contagion. And if you have not watched Contagion, it was basically how everything unfolded for COVID, except minus the death toll was not as bad.
And if you haven't watched that, watch Inferno, because
Yes.
it's about all the behind-the-scenes people, the real reason this stuff
yeah.
kind of, for all you conspiracy lovers.
I believe Jon Stewart on this is that the apocalypse is not going to come from a nuclear bomb or something like that. It's going to be a scientist in a lab, and he's going to go, well, that worked. And then we're all going to be dead.
Deadly virus, huh? Well,
Yeah.
See you later.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey, that's what saved the world in World War Z.
Yeah.
They gave him
it
Hep
was non-fatal.
Yeah, but
Right.
still pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they gave him typhoid or something like that.
Everyone's got herpes now.
Which
Yikes.
90% of the population already does have.
Are you trying to make this justify this now?
Jeez. So then 90% of the population want to get bit anyway.
Did you
Yeah,
just get tested for something? That's how your way to ease into this whole thing.
Jeez. You get tested for something.
That's how you try to ease this into it.
I did, and the results were positive. I'm going to let you just ruminate on that one for a little bit.
Well, I know what positive means.
Yeah.
Positive for me or positive in general?
Positive for you.
Oh, that means I'm healthy.
Okay. So anyway,
Outbreak. Dustin Hoffman, and we get to see Patrick Dempsey bleed out of his eyes.
Yeah, for about 8
That's-
minutes.
Yeah. He was coming off of he just had a big movie. They're like, hey, we just need you for a small part.
Yeah.
What is it? You're gonna die.
Yeah.
And, like after page
Horribly on an airplane.
We want you to befriend this monkey, and he's going to be your best friend, but he's going to kill you.
That's Marcel from Friends.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it was myself.
It's always a monkey.
Yeah, right.
Just leave the
And in
monkeys
Contagion,
alone,
it was like a bat got mixed with a pig, and yeah.
man. That sounds
How do
familiar.
you think?
right?
How do you
Wait a
think?
minute.
Wait a
How do
minute.
you think your Labradoodle was made?
Yeah.
Did the Labradoodle cause a deadly virus to
I
kill
don't
a bunch
know.
of people?
No,
I
but
don't
the
think-
Labradoodle didn't want to be made.
It's begging for death.
You know what? Let's just make a hypoallergenic dog.
It's like the sheep in Alien Earth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nah.
Spoilers.
That's just a weird looking sheep.
I
now.
know, dude. Oh my god.
That's creepy.
One giant eye.
But yeah, so we really only have a minute to
Yeah,
talk about it.
but
So Outbreak,
Outbreak.
good movie, people die. Dustin Hoffman saves them. Dustin
Good
Hoffman-
movie. People
Well, I'm
die.
giving a quick synopsis of it. If you haven't seen it, it's like only 30 years old by now.
97, 96, somewhere in there.
Think
Okay, so
so,
we're in
yeah.
2025, almost 2026. So
Yeah, someone did math.
actually, I don't want to hit you because I have to touch you. Where's the Lysol at?
It's over there. Good
Yeah.
luck.
But no, people die. Dustin Hoffman figures out and saves
He's
them.
a pathologist.
Yep. He's basically, like Nicolas
But they had the
Cage.
cure the entire time, but they waited too long.
That's right. That's the way it is.
Virus mutated, went
couldn't
airborne.
you couldn't have a movie for that.
And Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
And the
Cuba
guy.
Gooding Jr.
What?
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Oh yeah. And the guy who played the general in the Marvel movies until Harrison Ford took over.
Yeah.
Thunderbolt Ross. Whoever.
No, that wasn't. That was Donald Sutherland, who was the.
Oh,
the
yeah,
general.
that's right. I mentally
the guy
block out
above-
that he's someone because of one particular movie. Do not do the voice.
He was above Morgan Freeman.
Do not do the horse.
Do not do the voice.
Oh. Oh. It might be your cure. All of a sudden, this nighttime sniffing season, coughing, aching, so you can rest by your medicine.
It might scare the cold out of you.
Yeah, just go watch Invasion of the Body Snatchers from the 70s. We'll cure you right up.
And on that happy note,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sleeping tonight.
Oh yeah, don't forget Kevin Spacey was in there too.
yeah, you can't forget that.
Well, why would I forget that?
I don't know.
Because you did.
Yeah, 'cause
Well,
you
he
mentioned
died in the movie.
it. So people die.
Yeah.
He looks exact.
Patrick Dempsey died too.
Yeah, Patrick Dempsey.
The
died.
first one,
Yeah, he was the first one.
technically.
Don't put that on me.
Technically.
Don't put that on me, Ricky Bobby.
Well, that concludes this episode. We got to talk about Patrick's movies, a little bit about why I was upset with the Transformers films later on in the franchise, and Outbreak.
Yeah.
And people dying.
People dying.
So always a happy, cheery episode. But we're almost to October, so pretty soon we'll be able to talk about the real spooky stuff.
And we need to come up with a plan. I have an idea.
Well, we'll come up with that. But until then, for Movie Talks and Chill, we are your hosts. I'm Tony Serrato.
I'm Gavin Butts.
And I'm back, Patrick Wall.
All right, guys, take care.